'Tis I, Mep 7, and one of my favorite levels ever made is, as you can see by this post right here, It Back, an Extreme Demon. So what I kind of wanted to do was just do a quick little practice run of it and explain why I like the level so much, as well as generally some tips and tricks on how to beat the level in case you end up wanting to go for this level in the future. So yeah, this beginning, you just buffer it. Like it's not that bad. You can hit that pink orb a little late, go over there. Now these two jumps look deceptively simple, but they are a bit difficult, so just be careful when doing those. So this ship, you can do it however you want, but I like to kind of click to the rhythm of the song, so like that, and then you hold going out of here, and then hit this green orb. And then these, I like to use spacebar and W, because I can instantly let go of one and click the other. Now, these black orbs are some of the hardest clicks in the whole level, not gonna lie. I mean, I did them first try, but obviously I had probably around 100 deaths to them from 0. The level's very last 20% heavy. Most of the difficulty comes from the last 20% and then a couple random choke points, for example, those black orbs. Now, this drop might just be the easiest part of the level. There isn't really much to it. You just kind of, click whenever it looks like you need to click. Now, this pink orb, you can hold it and then click here, but you can also just click it once. You don't even have to hold that. And then, this choke point, 36 to 40. There's a big choke point. So what I like to do, I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, like that. You hit this green orb pretty absurdly late. And yeah, just hold going up here, that blue orb. So the interesting thing about this part is that these platforms have some interesting hitboxes. It's not a full block. You kind of go under it. And then you do have to buffer every click here, otherwise you're gonna die. And then you have these dash orbs. By the way, green orbs are buffer. These dash orbs are shockingly difficult. They look really easy, but even if you will survive by letting go early, the level will just kill you. You have to hold the whole time. The duel, pretty simple. You just kind of click whenever there's an orb, and then... Yeah. So this wave, it's kind of learny. I had probably around 30 deaths to it from 0. This little click into the yellow portal is probably the hardest part, or maybe just double click in here. But it's really not that bad once you learn it. Yeah, do some slopage like that. And then you have the infamous 75 to 100. These orbs are just a little bit off sync from the music, which makes them a bit awkward to play. And then the ship. Oh god, the ship. Hardest part of the entire level by far. Huge, massive choke point. I had at least 30 deaths to this ship. And then 88%, just for no reason, is this. Thankfully I only died to this one time from 0, but this whole ship, it's not fun. And then this robot's also really hard compared to the rest of the level. Especially this click coming out here. It's really hard to tell if you click too early or too late for this click. What I like to do is start holding as soon as I'm in between the 3rd and 4th spike right here. And then just let go. Yeah, not too late. And then this red orb, I used to think you had to kind of jump on here and then click that. But it's actually just an absurdly late timing. I find the timing to be easier than jumping on the slope, but if you find the slope easier, go ahead and do that. This green orb, kind of easy. But it's killed a couple good runs before. Never from 0. But yeah. And then, of course, you have the last jump, which is dumb. I cannot believe I died to that from 0. But yeah, there you go. That's it back. So that's kind of how you beat it. But why is this level so good? Well, to put it simply, it's the kind of gameplay that I enjoy playing. I had so much fun playing this level. And the gameplay is very awkward. So I I don't know what it is about this gameplay that I like so much and why it makes it so fun, but I have a couple of theories. The main one that I have is that the reason why I like it so much is that although it's really awkward, I feel really good about myself if I'm able to pull it off. And that's the reason why I like all awkward gameplay. Like, if I'm able to pull off like a decent couple few clicks on it, it feels so good. And I just get a little bit of dopamine, and then that dopamine kind of stacks up if I do a lot of clicks, and then turns into a really enjoyable experience. A couple downsides about this level. The last 20%, the first 80% of the level is like, I don't know, not that bad, like Accu difficulty. Because I would not personally say this is a beginner extreme. I definitely made a big jump from Acropolis to this. It's not like bloodbath difficulty by any means, but it's not a beginner extreme in my opinion. However, most of the difficulty, it is an extra long level, so the first 80% has the consistent difficulty of, you know, a beginner extreme. But it's like beating a beginner extreme in half because of how long this level is. But then this last 20% here is just so absurdly difficult compared to the rest of the level. Like, I genuinely think getting 80 to 100 is harder than most 20% runs on Bloodbath. Now, I haven't beat Bloodbath, and I'm just using it as kind of a benchmark because that level's really popular and a lot of people know generally how difficult it is. But yeah, no, the last 20% is not to be messed around with. So if you don't like levels with choke points, because this level's got most of the choke points are in the last 20%, but there are a good amount of choke points at the beginning too. It makes this level feel like deceptively easy to practice. But yeah, if you don't like choke points, then this level probably isn't for you. But anyways, yes, that is It Back by Hangyking. If I could make this last, that is It Back by Hangyking, why I like the level, and how to beat it if you plan on doing it for yourself. So that was definitely a bit of a yap sesh. So sorry about that if you're not really interested in yapping. However, you know, it's just my honest opinions on the level and genuinely what I think. How did someone get 98? The last click is at 97%.